Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him a gain of 37. Has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 46 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. A little juke. Space to maneuver at the 40. Derrick Henry all alone. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a big run there by Henry. 66 yards. They'll try and run for it with Henry. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line, down at the 2. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He's going to get it running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Eagles defense able to hold. CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Oh, good move. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Fourth down, Mariota. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. As they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing, because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day since Super Bowl 36.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Brian Arakpo coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw is Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Jackson. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Titan football. Charles, big picture for the Titans. That's 3 straight years now at 9-7. And, of course, this past year had the Colts on their home turf with a chance to get into the playoffs. Could not get it done. So a little bit of disappointment going into the offseason.
Certainly. They were number 8 overall on defense. They played better than expectations there. But the offense really struggled, especially in the passing game. Just number 27 in passing in the NFL. They've got to get Marcus Mariota healthy. They've got to get him throwing the football. The season, not up to par.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. Now Wentz. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Golden Tate, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And Walker has it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 60 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Mariota. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Caught right side, Tate. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick...
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Derek Morgan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, nice move. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titan offense onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Mariota again. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Third and long here for Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 3 touchdowns.